Austin Metcalf's dad gets destroyed by a white conservative.
I think you have like a baseline fundamental lack of understanding of what you're dealing with when you think about like black people.
My hope.
And listen, man, I'm a black person, and I don't like to be on here talking bad about black people. As far as when you talk about
it must suck,
collectively,
legitimately, Ak.
yeah, collectively learning something from one incident where their life. Black people we almost have to be like our life have to be on the line to learn something.
I didn't.
It has to be the specter of death or something like that.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean this is going to change things overnight or nothing. I'm just saying it's going to be an example that whites can point to. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be very valuable. We can point to this. We don't care. We're not sitting there rushing to the side of this poor little white guy that got his face blown off for messing with somebody's fucking house. No, I don't think it's going to change the world, Doc. Not at all. I'm not saying that. And I fully agree with you. There's blacks that will ignore this. I call it the 70% of blacks that are fucking psychopaths. But yeah, no, they're going to ignore everything about it. I'm just saying the beauty of this, and yes, I'm using the word, the fucking beauty of this is whites get to show their consistency. Hey, white kid, don't fuck around with people's house. And that's all I'm saying the value of this is. Because you will not see white people going, well, did he have to shoot him?
Yeah, I want you to watch this, and I want
my hope was to bring awareness so this tragedy doesn't happen to another family.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Yeah, he's a fucking...
Okay, so Mr. Metcalf, it's JFF and then METCALF. You are Austin's father.
Yes, sir.
Easy question to start with. It's probably a tough one to answer, but how have the last 24 hours been for you and for your family and for Hunter?
See, this is after it just happened. It just happened when they did.
That's 3 questions. So for me, it's not real yet. It hasn't sunk in. I'm just happy to stay strong so we can handle all the things that need to be handled. Arrangements, people flying in, people coming from all over. So I haven't had a chance to really grieve yet. I know at some point when this is all over and we're able to put him in the ground, then I'll probably break down and grieve that way.
How long after?
Now, I'm really numb and I really don't feel.
This is 24 hours, less than 24
Yeah,
hours.
this guy has has a problem. He has a mental problem. No normal person would be out there talking like that about their son that just died if he loved him. Number one, he'd be much considering all the things considered. That guy would be saying probably my son was a dumbass, but what the hell just took place here? He's not. That he's out here doing this and that calm and with it. Yeah, there's something real.
This is the kid who got stabbed to death.
Yeah, I know it. I'm saying this guy right here, there's something real creepy about him that he's acting like this so soon afterwards to something like that. What I'm saying is it doesn't make any sense for this guy to be out there. Not only is he making whites look like dumbasses, he's a disgusting human being himself. Any father 24 hours, most of the time, I don't know. It seems like they would go, I don't have any comments. I just don't want to say anything right now.
But I think what he was trying to do was initially, I think because he knew because of what happened, that it was going to be a racial firestorm.
Yeah.
And I think he's trying to put it out. He's trying to be a good white. You know how you're white, right? You know how y'all try to be like, y'all try to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all have a thing about trying to be on the right side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas most like people don't give a shit, you know, they're more selfish or they more care about like what benefits them. But like white people have that thing called altruism, where it's like, you know, they try to be altruistic, and I think he was trying to be too altruistic. You know what I mean?
That's why I say he's got a mental problem. He went overboard. He's a blue-haired liberal. He's got a mental problem. He's not even thinking straight. As sick as conservatives make me, at least a real conservative would be more realistic with the fact that the real conservative would probably say, I'd like to get a hold of the little motherfucker and kill him myself now because he killed my son for very little reason. I'd like to kill the little bastard. This guy's out there apologizing. This guy should have spoke of black-white relations. If he took advantage of it, he said, do you see how sick fucking people are of black people, that when this happens, people don't even know which way to turn because it's all so screwed up, because there's only one group of people in this fucking country that's fucking everything up, and it's black people to this extent. No, this guy could have said,
that makes him a target.
Yeah, but that wasn't his goal. That wasn't.
I know that. I understand that. I'm saying if he was normal, that would have been something he would have said. That's why I'm saying this guy has severe mental problems. It's obvious. He's a blue-haired liberal, and they're nuts. They don't think straight about anything. They're too worried about agenda.
And I need to be there for my son and my family. And I need to make sure I set an example for my son.
Austin obviously is the son, and also Hunter, who you're talking about here.
Yes, sir.
Walk me through who Austin was to you. I know that you've said so much about him, I think, in the last 24 hours here. Everyone else has said a lot about him, too, about how great of a kid he was. In your eyes, though, just as a father,
A
who was
bully?
he?
My boys are the biggest blessing in my life. God provided them to me. God's going to get me through this. I had a dream last night, and Austin came to me and said, I'm okay. It gives me peace. Doesn't mean I don't hurt, but it gives me great peace. So one of the things my son, Hunter, his ability to stay strong is a character to his brother. His brother, they had each other's back. They were tight. I've never seen a bond like that. Being identical twins, technically Austin was his big brother. Those boys were my everything. I had cancer almost 10 years ago. I wasn't supposed to live, but that was my why, to fight. And without those boys, I probably would have succumbed and gave in. They were in my heart, and I fought hard because I wanted to be their father. I wanted to be there for them throughout the years they grow up, and so I can share my wisdom and share my mistakes so they won't do the same. Austin
Didn't share enough.
was an outstanding athlete, person, friend, loyal, loving. He would light up the room. He was such a leader naturally. On that team, he would fire those guys up. He would step on that field and he would become a totally different person. His level of play was above most everyone else. He led the team. He was voted team MVP by his coaches and teammates. He's had multiple coaches, colleges contacting. He is one of the most outstanding. Him and his brother both have been athletes all their lives, from soccer to baseball to jiu-jitsu to football. They did.
Jiu-jitsu. the Carmelo family might use that.
What they do? Give this talking about light up the room and everything. What they do? Give this guy the black script for a news interview or something?
He had deadly force.
This stupid son of a bitch. He's fucking sickening, man. This guy is fucking enough to make you sick.
That's crazy.
And I understand. He doesn't need to be venomous. I get that. But to be this all sweety and sugary, this is a sick son of a bitch. Just look. Any father would want revenge. Just okay. Don't get on the news and say it. Just keep to yourself and cool down, simmer, get it out of your system. Don't go on news belittling white people like this filthy fucking bastard.
Yeah, and he got rewarded for his kindness.
They did it all.
Go off, man.
And they excelled every time. And I told them, you guys are so lucky because not everyone has your talent, but you have to make sure you take that talent and harness it in the right way. And Austin was able to harness many things in his life. Loyalty to his brother.
Too bad you can't harness some white appreciation for your fucking race,
family.
You idiot.
He was such an outstanding young man. I was so proud. I bragged on my children all the time. Anyone who knows me knows how much my kids meant to me. They were my entire world. My world's a little shattered, but I still have Hunter, and I always have Austin. I
know that the last day has just been gut-wrenching for you and your family. You've spoken, obviously, to a couple of other outlets. I know Hunter's leaving. You need to say goodbye? Or?
No, I told him we're good.
Okay. We haven't really had a chance to talk to you about this. You had mentioned a few times that you had forgiven the suspect for what
correct.
He did.
I do.
But we just informed you about these documents, and
that doesn't change anything. This has to do with me and God.
Will.
God teaches us in the Bible. He talks about forgiveness. He also talks about revenge, not for me to seek. God will take care of it. Karma, I believe in it. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided.
Wonder if he would have said, I wish the little black bastard would find an oak tree at 80 miles an hour if they would have let that go through, you know?
This is a good example of glider DNA keeping them from seeing the truth.
Yeah, I don't think it's
this
DNA.
This man's kin was just murdered.
This isn't DNA.
He still can't see the truth.
No, this isn't DNA. This is corporate media manipulation of our society. This isn't DNA for whites. By far most whites are sick to their fucking stomach and they know what happened was wrong. And however, do we even know it was wrong? Like maybe the fucking kid was actually bullying the black kid. I don't know. Nobody even knows for sure. Because my motto is don't put your fucking hands on somebody, dumbass.
Nobody was bullying.
We don't know that. We don't know it.
Here's the thing. Were you in school When you were in school, was it common for, black kids like Carmelo that are like, popular and stuff, and just kind of hanging out with the typical black kids to be getting bullied by a 4.0 student from another school, white kid from another school?
Hell no, man. Whites stopped bullying people after Malcolm X said we ain't playing any fucking more. That's when whites stopped bullying blacks. Malcolm X set them straight. Who are we shitting here? I'm 70 years old. I guarantee you, goddammit, I'll tell you what. Number one, when blacks said enough's enough, whites understood it because they knew they were in the wrong. And they understood it. No, there ain't no fucking way that white person was going to do something to get it. And I'm just saying it out of speculation. There ain't no way that white kid did something to get himself stabbed. However, again, there are white kids that are out of their fucking minds. He might have been doing something, but I don't think he was. But yeah, no, there's no white kids that are going to bully a black kid. Not at all. It's
another school. Like they're going to bully not even a black kid in their school. Like they're gonna go to another school and bully a black kid from another school.
Yeah, that's even more absurd. Yeah, it's even more absurd. The whole thing is it's a joke. I'm glad all this happened. I hate to see people die, but you know what? Hey, Whitey, we're up against something. Blacks are out to fucking take this. The blacks are being used as a weapon by the corporate media to take this fucking culture down. Hello, Whitey. Guess who the corporate media is focusing on as the bad guy? You. You may want to stop being such a goddamn pushover.
So here's the thing. Now, when you talk about bullying, right? Like what? Like do you? Okay, let's just go with your premise that, right? You think that like the bullying aspect is up in the air, right?
Yes.
It could be or could not be.
Yeah.
Most when you do you think that the precedent of pushing and shoving between teenage boys, setting that precedent that, hey, man, high school pushing and shoving, hey, man, if if one pulls out a knife and kills the other one, that's a self-defense case. Do you think that that's a dangerous precedent to set?
It's a real slippery slope.
Pushing and shoving goes on in high school.
Yeah, it's a horrible slippery slope. But seeing how the intensity of the black attack on American culture, the intensity of that, it's a slippery slope that I don't see the harm getting on. Just leave your fucking hands off everybody, and then from that you can leave your fucking mouths off everybody, and we can just like understand it. Whites are real sick of you fucking people. That's where whites need to get. Not that we're gonna, no segregation, no by law or nothing. Nobody's gonna say, oh, let's stop, and go back to Jim Crow. To hell with all that shit. What I'm saying is whites need to understand that we've got a right to go, excuse me, you fucking people as a culture are out of your fucking minds. Could you please stay away from us? And we have a right to do that in a very succinct manner. And that's why I say this is all kind of positive. Yeah, it's a slippery slope, Hawk. Pushing and shoving. Right. Yeah, I would tell I even said to white women on my stream with that Shiloh shit. White ladies, you're no match for black women. They'll beat your motherfucking ass in the future. Now you watch your fucking mouth and don't be stupid, because just keep your head on a swivel, because black women are insane. They're now looking for a reason to knock your asses into pieces. So I'm saying it's like, and white women shouldn't be out there doing it anyway. I'm surprised. Why wasn't it a white man that did that?
Black women are going to try and fight me.
What's that? But it's just a matter of the. Yeah, I think it's a.
I asked if some women are going to try and fight me.
Not you, a white woman. I'm saying
Holy
a white
shit,
woman,
dude.
Yeah, white women are going to have to be very careful after this. Black women are going to look for revenge on her calling that